Hey guys, I want to talk to you about a new DAO project that's come online pretty recently here. It's called MetaversePRO. The website is just Metaverse, Metaverse.pro. And you can see that right on the screen. It's one of the newer DAOs that came out. It's got a couple of different spins on it. So I wanted to go through some information on it and kind of show you what makes it different, why it should be on your radar to check out. They're trying to go with using Metaverse as, it's very popular right now. Hot topic, so they're using that, and they're hoping to have some interchange with that in the future. They actual have something to do with Metaverse and be able to use this token and actually share in some of the profits that will come from investing in the Metaverse. So I wanted to go through this just real briefly. I'm looking at their coin itself, and you could see right here there's some big activity. Just go back here, you can see some pretty large buys. Pretty large sells too, so it's a pretty active coin right now. Somebody put in 24,000. It is on a pretty good tear on the price. Let me back out so you can see what's actually happening. Okay, so it got as high as 600 at one point, and right now it's sitting at around 285. So it's finding a nice channel here where it's settling into. So hopefully can kind of stay right around there, let new investors come in if they're interested in it, and still have a nice profit if people are already invested in it and taking money out. Well, let me show you why this one's a little bit different than others. Okay, so on the surface, you can see here, it looks pretty much like a lot of the other DAOs if you're into them already. You can see their market cap, their price right now, again, is 286.60. If you wrap the meta, it shows a different price because it's taking into the account of the rebalances, the rebases, so you don't actually get more tokens. The value of the wrapped meta actually goes up in price. If you have, I could show you some more information about that, or you could look at it online. Some people like to get the increase in tokens. Other people like to just get the increase in value and keep the same amount of tokens. Different reasons you'd want to do that depending on where you live and your taxes. Okay, you can see their circulating supply, their backing per meta right now, their current index, and you could see their current APY. Now, if you're doing the regular staking, the APY is a lot less. It's 128,706. Now, this is just like every other kind of DAO that's just stake, and you could take your money back out. They rebalance every 8 hours on this one, so the next one is in 32 minutes, and you can see the ROI right now on that one is 5 days is at 10.3%. So very good, I mean, comparatively to most other things. But the real thing that makes a difference here is you can see this one called single stake. So if you go ahead and stake, you'll turn yours into S meta, and then you have the opportunity to come over here to either MetaZap or down here and wrap. It takes you to the same spot. It really doesn't matter. You could go ahead and wrap your tokens if you want. So you would take your S meta and then you would wrap it into here, and then you have the opportunity to go into the stake 66, and you see the new APY right here is 2,440,000,000. And the reason is that you're basically staking on top of staking. So instead of 3.3, it's 6.6. And the big difference between here, not only is the rate, is that they do have a 5-day lockup. So you can see how to join, stake your meta tokens to get S meta. Then you wrap your S meta, and it turns into WS meta, which is just wrapped S meta. I know it's confusing, but it's pretty straightforward once you do it once. Then you just stake your WS meta into the 6.6, and then you have that super high APY. Okay, so what's the difference? What's the downfall of doing this? Is that it does wrap up your tokens and it locks them in for a minimum of 5 days. Not a super long time, but if you do unlock it before that, there's a 30% penalty if you unlock within the 5 days. The other thing too is that you have to manually come in here if you want to, and when you get your reward, you have to manually either take it out, or what most people are tending to do is take it out and automatically restake it. The only thing that does is it does restart the 5-day window of when you can take it out penalty free. So just keep that in mind. Worth it. I am looking at these for longer term. They're all brand new. They're very high risk. No matter if they're here a month, 2 months, They're all pretty new, and it's something you have to take into account. Never put money that you can't afford to lose in any of these things. But this one here has a different take on it, and I like it. It's going to help with a lot of the sales pressure that some of the other projects deal with, because the people are constantly trying to sell to take income. This one here with the lockup period, even though it's 5 days, it's going to spread out that pressures, and it's going to be able to give them a higher APY. The way that they're set up here, and I'll show you on the first screen again on the dashboard, you'll see that their rebase percentage is slowly going down. And if you read some of the background in the frequently asked questions and things, that's on purpose, because they really want people to go into the 6.6 staking. So the original just normal 3.3 staking is going to be steadily lowering to a normal amount. They're trying to limit the inflation and the effect on the token price. So you're going to see this steadily going kind of down. I'm sure it'll stabilize at some point, but right now you can see it started at 0.11, and right now it's sitting at 0.08. And it's, like I said, you can see it starting to go up, and then it rebases, and it's just kind of steadily going down. But that's a planned descent. It's not anything to worry about. They're trying to basically disincentivize people from just staying in here, and they want them to move over into this higher staking. And why wouldn't you really? I mean, if you're looking at these things for short term, you probably shouldn't even really be in them, or at least I wouldn't really recommend it. They're more of a long term. These prices of these coins move dramatically, even within a day, let alone 5 days. So you really want to just watch it and be able to get in and out. Try to stay in there for longer so you can time your exit and entry a little bit better. But just keep it in mind with the 5-day lockup and the 30% early withdrawal. So you really want to make sure that you don't have to withdraw early if at all possible. So this one I'm on my radar. I only put a couple $100 in it just to kind of see how it's going to go. So far I'm liking it. I'm watching it, and really watching the buys and sells on this, because it is very active. I'm surprised on the sizes of these. Like, there's a $23,000 sale. You can see it barely moved the coin $3. So a lot of liquidity, a lot of buys and sells, and some larger ones that I'm seeing here pretty consistently. So one to keep on your radar. Wanted to let you know about it, and check it out. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments. And if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I appreciate you guys watching the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.